and today we'll be covering positive and normative statements in A-level economics. So, positive and normative statements capture different attitudes towards the world. Positives describe the world as it is, whereas normative statements describe how the world should be. So, the objective of positive statements is that they can be proved. For example, the proposal of the new high-speed rail, HS2. If the exact benefits exceed the exact costs, you could say the project is worth doing. This is positive analysis. However, you may not always know the costs and benefits perfectly. As aforementioned, normative statements describe how the world should be. They are opinions that contain value judgments. For example, imagine an economist argued for higher unemployment benefits during a recession, because a rich country should take care of its citizens. This is a normative analysis. Value judgments are often found in normative statements, and they are judgments about society that cannot be quantified and tested. For example, the homelessness problem in Oxford needs to be addressed and funds should be redistributed to do this. This judgment is within a normative statement. Value judgments affect economic decision-making, so normative statements are important. So let's cover a few examples of positive or normative statements. Firstly, it is faster for me to drive to school than to walk to school. Is this a positive or normative statement? Yes, it's a positive one. I hope you did actually get it and not just wait for me to say the answer. Let's try here again. Trains in Japan have a higher top speed than UK trains. Or, the UK has more comfortable trains than Japan. Which of these is an example of a positive statement? Correct. It's trains in Japan have a higher top speed. And next we've got, again, let's try and establish which one's a positive statement. England scored more goals than Australia in the 2018 World Cup, versus Australians are better at sport than the English. Correct. It's the former. So out of the following, I'm going to ask which is a positive statement. We have the government should nationalise rail services. The HS2 is a worthwhile project as the benefits outweigh the costs. And the HS2 should be built because the government ought to help reduce the north-south divide. So as both the first and the third statement contain the word should, it's quite a good indicator that they're normative statements. So it's the second, which is the positive statement. Thank you very much for listening to this episode about the difference between positive and normative statements and their place in economics. Next time we'll be addressing the basic economic problem.